Hello, hello! I think this is after lunch, but we're in class.
Yuichi-san!
With June, apparently. Yeah, what's up?
Are you okay? You're spacing out.
No, I'm not. I'm just copying the stuff on the board.
The board's blank.
Just like my head right now.
The bell rang. The board's been wiped clean. It's lunchtime. Now tell me again that you weren't spacing out.
Oops.
You're not really an oops kind of guy. It doesn't fit you.
I can be whatever I want. This is a free society.
I don't think that means that you think what you think it means. What's going on?
I guess I have some stuff in my mind. It's not a big deal.
Is it about Shuichi-san?
Why do you ask?
A hunch. You seem a little rattled after yesterday.
Yeah, the way Shuichi reacted to his VP talking to him yesterday worried me a bit. And then he had to show himself again and to me this morning, which definitely didn't help. I spent all morning wondering to myself what I could say. I wish I could say Shuichi listens to me, and that I'm not worried about the potential repercussions of saying something, but that's just not the case. Things could have gotten really bad if I kept pushing last time we had an argument. Do I really want to have another one so soon? I hate not knowing what to do.
Hey, don't make that face. I'm sorry I asked.
Why are you apologizing?
It just looked like I made you remember something bad.
You're fine. It's not a big deal. I've been going over the stuff in my head all morning already.
Is there anything I could do to help?
Not terrorize Shuichi again today would be a lot of help already.
Right, sorry.
Stop apologizing.
Okay, sorry.
I sigh, reaching up to place my hand atop June's head. I'm running my fingers through his fur in an attempt to help him relax. Stop worrying about it so much. You're fine.
That's easier said than done.
Morning. You guys took a while. Sorry. Saya ended up having to fetch me because I kinda fell asleep during class. What? You fell asleep during class? I know, right? That's so out of character for him.
Shuichi-san, is everything okay? Did you not get enough sleep last night?
I did. I'm just a little tired. I told myself I'd put my head down for a second to rest my eyes and then... Wow. I can't imagine Shuichi falling asleep during class at all. Is this from a built-up fatigue? You've been working too much, Urata. I'm fine. It was a one-time thing.
And your teachers didn't say anything? If anyone in our class falls asleep, they tend to get woken up right away. And not very nicely either.
They apparently ignored me, because they thought I needed the rest. I'm not surprised. Every single one of our teachers knows how much of a workaholic you are. I'm sorry, Saya-chan. How many times do I have to say that? Stop making such a big deal about it. So this is what Kigo was talking about yesterday and earlier this morning. For Shuichi to do something like that, I can't even begin to imagine how exhausted he must be. I guess this is a lot more urgent than I initially thought. Shuichi, you should really think about taking a break. Do you have earplugs or something? Won't you listen to the words I'm saying here? Oh, come on. This sort of thing isn't like you. You're an honor student. You don't fall asleep in class.
I was tired. People get tired. That's all there is to it. Let it be.
But
I don't mean to interrupt, but this really sounds like it's going to turn into a back and forth argument where no one agrees with the other person, so could we just stop? Before we end up like yesterday.
in June's words that that cut to the heart of the issue instantly disarmed Saya, causing her to hang her shoulders and feet. No one wants Shuichi to storm out like he did yesterday. In fact, getting to that point would probably just make him more resistant to help, to our help. In which case, pulling back and giving him space for now is probably the best idea. The more we push, the more defensive he's going to get. Shuichi is stubborn, after all. Fine.
Thank you.
It's okay, Mizuguchi-san. Your friends were. You're worried as a friend. It's nice of you to care that much. Just don't push so much, okay? Yeah, sorry. Keisuke places a hand on Saya's shoulder, attempting to comfort her as best he can. While everyone else has their attention on Saya, I catch Jun placing a hand on his chest and sighing out in relief. I guess even he would get tense in a situation like that. I don't blame him. One look at his fur on the back of Shuichi's neck, and anyone remotely intuitive would be able to tell that he was about to lash out real bad. It's a good thing that Jun interjected when he did. What bothers me is that I couldn't make myself do it. I knew in my head that I should have said something. I knew that Shuichi was getting hangry. But I agreed with what Saya-chan was saying, and I was relieved that someone else was saying it instead of me, so I let her. You're a wimp, Yuichi. Hey, how about we talk about something else? Like how we'll all be leaving tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night?
That's right. You guys, had that meeting this morning to iron out the details of the trip to, Yokohama, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. It was decided that the bus would, leave town at 8 p.m. That's a good time. I like 8 p.m.
That late?
You mean that early?
Yokohama isn't, terribly far.
Yeah.
It's only a 2-hour trip, so leaving at night isn't a huge issue.
Still, won't you be tired?
A little, but the school didn't want us to miss class if we didn't have to. We absolutely need to be at the hotel by Thursday, so leaving tomorrow night means we don't have to miss class in the morning.
They could be a little less stingy with that stuff.
Nah, whether you like it or not, the school places are really well in the rankings. They'll prioritize students' studies each time. To them, missing a day of class that doesn't have to be missed would be unacceptable.
You just explained the reason why they're being stingy. That doesn't make them less stingy.
If you really want to call the school that, then I guess. By the way, Mizuguchi-san, could you ask?
Ask?
What we talked about this morning.
Oh, I totally forgot.
Of course you did.
Yuichi-kun, Kei-kun wants to ask if you'd be okay with rooming with him, so he doesn't have to share a room with Hayato-kun. He said he talked to you about it this morning. Oh, right, to be honest, I'd totally forgotten about it too.
You guys are unbelievable.
It's fine by me. If he'd feel more comfortable being with me than Hayato, I don't mind.
Seriously, if someone will end up with a room all to themselves either way, doesn't it make sense to give that luxury to the guy that places higher in the competition?
But it's fine. We don't need to bring rankings into this sort of thing. Keisuke is one of my friends. He's not comfortable sharing a room with a guy he doesn't know. Well, I'm fine swapping.
Thank you, Yuichi-san. I don't really agree, but I guess it's none of my business.
Maybe. Don't tell me that Sho-chan is jealous. Maybe you think that something will happen to those if those two share a room. Two hot-blooded guys getting undressed in the same room after hours getting their blood pumping, all sweaty.
Excuse me.
What? I'm just saying it could happen. Saya-chan, that's a little... You guys might be protesting, but Sho-chan hasn't said a word about it.
That's because I couldn't even begin to think of words to describe how incredibly stupid that is.
What?
Your imagination creeps me out every time. Could you please stop having horny thoughts about my boyfriend?
What? I'm not. I was only joking. I'm serious. You guys know I was joking, right?
That was a little... Yeah, I'm uncomfortable.
Mizuguchi-san, you have some really dirty thoughts sometimes. I wasn't being dirty, I swear. Thanks to the timely change in subject, as well as some not-so-pleasant narration from Saya, we managed to disarm Shuichi's temper, at least this time. The rest of our lunch was spent mostly talking about the rest of our plans for the trip, with June asking us lots of questions about where we could be staying, when our matches would happen, among other things. It seems he was interested in asking his parents for permission to attend, so he could give those of us participating some support. When I asked Shuichi if he'd come, he smiled at me and said that he'd look into it. I guess it won't be easy for him to get time off for that, huh? Here's hoping. After what seems like an endless day, where I did everything but focus on my classes, as soon as the bell rings, I was ready to head to the court and hit some balls as hard as I could to work off some of my frustration. Maybe even help me clear my head along the way. Anything would be better than constantly going back and forth on all the time, on all the stuff I had in my head right now. Wait up! However, as I'm halfway to the gym building, I hear a voice that just a few steps behind me. Shuichi?
Did you not hear me? I called out to you before. You even left the building.
You did? Sorry. I have a lot on my mind.
After this morning, I don't exactly blame you. I know lunch was a little much.
It wasn't that bad.
Oh, please. Saya-chan was being ruthless. Is this too much to ask for one person to mind their own business?
She said, wait, no. She was just worried about you, Shuichi. We all are.
Please don't start asking me to take the breaks, too.
Would it really be so bad?
Yes, you. I have a ton of things I need to get done. I don't have the time right now.
You don't really need to do all of this to do all of them yourself, though. You can rely on other people for that sort of thing.
Please, I need to do it myself, to make sure it's done right. Everyone else wrecks stuff.
Ouch. I don't think Kiga-kun would be happy to hear him say that. Shuichi, can't you take a little break, please, for me?
You.
Let's hang out tomorrow. I'll be away for a few days, and we won't have time for ourselves. I should at least get tomorrow. We should at least get together tomorrow and have some fun before I leave. No work, no worries, just us.
All right. It's hard to say no when you put it like that.
Don't tell me you were actually looking forward for a way to refuse. That would be super sad for both of us. Do you think you'll be able to come to Yokohama to watch my games?
I don't know. I doubt Dad would be okay with me skipping class.
Won't you at least try?
I can try, but I can't make any promises.
That's okay.
I should get going now, though. I just wanted to see you for a bit before I get back to work.
Again with work?
Hey, if I'm going to take a break tomorrow, then I need to at least get some stuff done today to justify it.
Stop talking about work so much, you freak. You're not a 50-year-old man, salary man. Stop acting like one.
Don't look at me like that.
Like what?
That look of disapproval that you can barely hide.
I'm not.
Sure. Either way, I have to go now. I'll talk to you later.
See you later.
See you.
Just as quickly as he'd shown up, Shuichi runs off to the secondary building, back to the student council room, and his precious work. Damn it. I'm trying not to worry, but he's really not making it easy. I need to come up with a way to be more convincing. There's only so many times I can beg him to spend time with me instead of doing work. I need to figure out a way to get him to go back to volleyball club. At least when he was there, he was a little more sane. I really need to hit something right now. It's a good thing I'm heading to practice. Okay. I'm going through my travel bag one last time before heading to class, making sure that everything is packed and ready to leave later at night. I could spare the time to do it after class, since those who will be heading to the competition are excused from practice today, but this is the kind of thing I don't mess around with. When I was a kid, there were a few times where I left packing and getting ready to leave to the last minute, and I would always forget something important. No one wants to be the kid that has to call his mom and have her travel to another city to bring him underwear. You brought your bag downstairs? Anki came down from his room, setting his bag down next to him and taking a seat on the couch to put on his socks. Yeah, that way I can just pick it up on the way out the door when I have to leave later tonight. I talked to my coach about your trip last week. There was some talk of getting a bus and taking kids whose parents signed off on it to watch the competition. Considering how much your clubs cost per month, taking you guys to watch competitions is the least they could do. It also helps that we have a few high school players competing in it too. No kidding. I'll make sure to crush them extra thoroughly. Please don't. I have to see those people every day. And then you'll be able to tell them every day that your older brother was the one that kicked their asses. I'm pretty sure I'd take a racket to the head if I did that. Then I would have to really kick their asses. Settle down. Okay, I seem to have packed enough socks and underwear. I have shirts for practice and shirts for my matches, shirts to wear around the hotel. I'll bring a pair of pants and a few shorts just to make sure. It never hurts to bring extras. Sometimes if a match goes on for too long, I change shirts in the middle of it if I get too sweaty. Oh, right. I'll have to get some shampoo and soap. I don't like the ones the hotels tend to supply. What hotel are you guys staying in? No, actually, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure we were told the name at some point, but I forgot. You need to pay more attention to this kind of thing. Give me a break. I have a lot on my mind. This is the second biggest competition of the year, and this is my last year as a junior player. What? Nothing. A bit surprised that you think of that stuff, that's all. Of course I think about it. This is a big deal to me. We both know you're already qualified to the next stage anyway. The only thing getting affected here is your seed ranking, which is also a big deal. If I want to get to get that first round bye, I need to make sure I don't lose my second seed position.
Or you could shoot for winning this tournament and getting a first seed position. You'd just have to beat Tanaba. Yeah, Tanaba-kun. No big deal.
It's a possibility.
Yeah, you actually went along with it. You usually brush me off when I say things like that.
Maybe I'm a bit more confident this year. I don't know. We'll have to see.
I can't wait to see it.
You talk as if you know for sure that you're gonna be there to watch it.
Yeah, even if my club doesn't take me, Mom would get someone too. I haven't missed any of your big competitions since you started high school.
That's true. If anything, Aki has been my staunchest supporter. I hope that's the right word. For the past few years. Honestly, the only thing bugging me right now is that I don't know if Shoichi will be there. I mean, I get it. He's even more busy this year than he was the years prior, but this is my last Kanto Junior competition, and he's my boyfriend now. It would feel lame if he wasn't there. But I'll refrain from saying that to him. I know Shoichi. I know he'll already feel guilty about it. I don't need to add on to it. Oops, I forgot to pack towels.
Just use the hotel towels.
Not bath towels, I mean towels to wipe myself when I'm playing.
Oh, yeah, you should probably pack those.
Playing during summer months is already tough enough without having a way to dry my fur. Okay. I remember this one time I forgot to bring my towels with me and couldn't wipe myself for the entire day. I ended up with some serious chafing around my thighs thanks to all of the wet fur clumping together and rubbing against my skin. Just as I'm doing my last checks and about to go grab a towel, I hear a knock on the door. Who could be showing up at a time like this? Is it some kind of delivery? Actually, I'll end the part here. I'll see you around, everyone.